श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अध्याय 13 श्लोक 4। ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतम् छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः। Bhagavan promised Arjuna that he is going to describe the distinction between kshetra and kshetrajna. And he said that the details of kshetra and kshetrajna are going to be told in brief in Shloka 3. Samasena meshunu. Samasena, in brief. The details of kshetra and kshetrajna has been discussed elaborately in various source books. The teaching that is very elaborate, is being summed up by Bhagavan in this adhyaya. Now, in this shloka, Bhagavan says where it has been discussed in great detail. In other words, what source Bhagavan is relying on for this teaching. Bhagavadgita is not an independent work in itself. It is not Krishna's own views. It is not Krishna's philosophy. Instead, the teaching of Bhagavad Gita is based on the teachings of the Vedas. Bhagavan is summing up the teaching of the Vedas. This is clear in Bhagavan's own words. Rishibhir bahudha geetam. Various Rsis like Vasishtha etc. they have told this in various ways. Bahudha, in manifold ways. Geetam, they have told this, and most of their works are in verse, in shlokas. Therefore, Bhagavan uses the word Geetam. They have sung in the form of shlokas. Many Rishis like Vyasa, Valmiki, Vasishtha, all the Smriti Granthas, all the Puranas, Itihasa, they are all the works of Rishis. Almost in every Smriti, we find a discussion on Atma and Anatma. The Atma Jnana in the form of Atmanatma Viveka is found in many Smritis, including Manusmriti. Manusmriti is one of many Smritis. And so is in Mahabharata, in Yoga Vasishtha, and so many other works by the great Rishis. And each Rishi has his own unique way of presenting the teaching. That is why Krishna says, Bahudha Geetam. In many ways, Every Rishi has his own way of teaching, his own way of expressing. Vividhaihi chandobhihi prathak geetam, and also vividhaihi chandobhihi. Chandas refers to the mantra, Vedic mantra. Many Veda mantras, prathak, distinctively, means distinguishing the kshetra from kshetrajna clearly. Geetam, it has been told. Even the mantra portion of the Vedas. The Vedas have two portions. One is mantra portion, another is a Brahmana portion. Mantra and Brahmana together form the Vedas. Among mantra and Brahmana, generally, the Upanishads are found at the end of the Brahmana portion. For example, there is a Brahmana known as Shatapatha Brahmana. It is the Brahmana of Shukla Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda has a Brahmana called Shatapatha Brahmana. At the end of Shatapatha Brahmana, we find a great Upanishad known as Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Therefore, it is the arrangement of the Vedas. First, there are mantras. Mantras are also called Samhita. Mantra or Samhita. And after the mantras, there is a Brahmana. Brahmana does not mean Brahmana Kshatriya, not that Brahmana. Brahmana is a portion of the Veda. And at the end of the Brahmana, we find an Upanishad. Since Upanishad is at the end of the Brahmana, it is at the end of the Veda. It is at the last portion of the Veda, fag end of the Veda. Therefore, Upanishad is called Vedanta. The word Vedanta is because Upanishad is at the end of the Vedas. No, Bhagavan says that the teaching of Atma is found even in the mantra portion. Chandobhihi vividhaihi, with various mantras, the Kshetra and the Kshetrajna are revealed. Even in the mantra portion, sometimes we find Upanishad. For example, Ishavasyopanishad is a mantropanishad because it is found in the mantra portion. Generally, Upanishad is at the end of Brahmana. Upanishad is at the end of Brahmanas. It is a general rule. But then there are exceptions. Some Upanishads are found in the mantra portion also. For example, Ishavasyopanishad. And in addition to such Upanishads, certain mantras discuss the Atma Tattva. For example, Purusha Suktam. Purusha Suktam also discusses the Atma Tattva. Likewise, we find many mantras. Therefore, the mantra portion of the Vedas also consists of this vision. Likewise, more elaborately, we find this teaching revealed in the Brahmana portion, that too in the Upanishads. The Upanishads that occur at the end of the Brahmanas, which is stated Brahmasutra Padaishchaiva. Brahmasutra Pada refers to the Upanishads. Upanishads are called Brahmasutra Pada in this context. There is another work called Brahma Sutra, authored by Badarayana, Vyasa, but it is not meant here. Here Brahma Sutra Pada refers to the Upanishads, the words of the Upanishads, the statements of the Upanishads. Even they reveal the distinction between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. And the Upanishads are described as Hetumadbhihi and Vinishchitaihi. These are two adjectives of the Upanishads. Hetumadbhihi. The Upanishads present various logics in favor of the truth of the Atma. Therefore, Hetumadbhihi, they are full of hetus. They are supported by logics. Every assertion of the Upanishad is supported by logic. And Vinishchitaihi, the conclusion of the Upanishad is vinishchita, means it is properly ascertained. It is properly ascertained by the Rsis and the Acharyas in the tradition. The traditional Acharyas have analyzed the Upanishad and they have clearly ascertained the conclusion revealed by the Upanishad. That is why one who studies the Upanishad from a proper Acharya, there is no room for doubt, there is no room for ambiguity. The vision is clear. The conclusion is clear. Therefore, the vision of Kshetra and Kshetrajna has been elaborately dealt with in these source books. The source books include the mantra portion of the Vedas, the Upanishad portion of the Vedas, as well as the writings of various Rshis. And the teaching revealed in this Adhyaya is based on those source books. Therefore, one should not doubt its validity. The teaching of Bhagavadgita is the perennial wisdom revealed by the Vedas and taught by the Rshis. Shloka 5. Mahabhutanyahangkaro buddhiravyaktameva cha indriyani dashaikancha panchachendriya gocharaha ichcha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghataschetana dhritihi etat kshetram samasena savikaramudahritam. Now, Bhagavan starts elaborating on Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Kshetra and Kshetrajna were mentioned earlier in Shloka 1. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramityabhidhiyate. What is kshetra? This was stated in one line. This sharira is called kshetra. What does this sharira consist of? This is being told now in Shloka 5 and 6. Elaboration on the nature of kshetra. Mahabhutani, 5 elements. Panchamahabhutani. There are 5 elements which are known as Bhutani or sometimes Mahabhutani. Great elements. All these elements are great because entire cosmos is made of these elements. Five Mahabhutas are Akasha, space, Vayu, air, Agni, fire, Jala, water, and Prithvi, earth. These are 5 Mahabhutas. Then Ahankaraha. Ahankara is the mind with the I thought. Mind with the I thought is called Ahankara. Mind associated with the I, the thought I, is Ahankara. And Buddhihi, intellect. When the mind is doing a cognitive function, an intellectual activity, then it is called buddhi. We can understand it as the intellectual aspect of the mind. Generally, it is translated as intellect. Intellect is an aspect of our mind. Then avyaktam evacha. Avyaktam. Avyakta is the unmanifest. The Karana Sharira. In the previous class, I said that the Sharira includes not only Sthula Sharira, but Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. Therefore, Avyakta is the Karana Sharira, causal body. The other two Shariras emerge from the Karana Sharira. It is the cause of both Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. Avyaktam evacha, and Indriyani Dashaikancha. Dashaikam, 10 plus 1. Bhagavan does not say Ekadasha. Generally, 11 is called Ekadasha. Instead of saying Ekadasha, 11, Bhagavan says 10 plus 1. Because the 1 is a little different from the other 10. So, Dasha, 10 Indriyas are Bahyendriyas, whereas another Indriya, the plus 1, it is Antarindriya. 10 Bahyendriyas and 1 Antarindriya. That is why 10 plus 1. 10 Bahyendriyas consists of 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriya. 5 senses of knowledge and 5 senses of action. Totally 10. These senses interact with the external world. We interact with the external world only through these 10 Indriyas. And then there is Antarindriya, which is called Manas. Manas is Antarindriya. It operates inside. Manas does not deal with the external objects directly. It receives the information through the 5 Indriyas, through the 5 Jnanendriyas. Therefore, it is called Antarindriya. It does not deal with the external objects directly. And it is responsible for various type of thoughts, imaginations, desire, will. Everything happens in Manas. Therefore, Manas is Antarindriya. Ekancha Panchacha Indriya Gocharaha. There are 5 Indriya Gochara, objects of senses. Gochara means object, Vishaya. There are 5 sense objects: Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha. Shabda, sound, sparsha, touch, rupa, color, rasa, taste, and gandha, smell. We perceive these five through our sense organs, through our senses, through Shrotrendriya we hear sound, through Tvagindriya is responsible for knowing touch, sparsha, whether it is hot or cold, texture, pressure, all these things are felt through Tvagindriya. Then Chakshurindriya, eyes, we see color through eyes. Eyes perceive color. And Rasanendriya, sense of taste, it is used to perceive taste. And Ghanendriya is used to perceive smell. Therefore, through five indriyas, we perceive five objects, Shabda, etc. Even they are included in Kshetra. Indriya as well as their Vishaya, both are included in Kshetra. Then Ichcha, Dvesh, next Shloka. Ichcha, Dvesha, Sukham, Dukkham. Sanghatascetana dhritihi. Etat kshetram samasena. Savikaramudahratam. Ichha, desire. Dveshaha, hatred. Sukham, pleasure. Even pleasure is a modification in our mind. And dukkham, pain. Pain is another modification in our mind. Ichcha, dveshaha, sukham, dukkham. These four are certain types of modifications that happen in our mind. Ichcha is a desire. Desire is a type of modification which is called vritti. A modification of our mind is called vritti. Ichcha is a vritti, a thought which is in the form of a modification in our mind. Likewise dveshaha, likewise sukham and dukkham. And chetana. Chetana is another type of modification. Chetana is generally called jnana, knowledge, cognition. Even cognition happens in the form of a modification in our mind. For example, when I see an object, my mind modifies corresponding to the given object. Let us say I am looking at a pot. When I am looking at a pot, my mind modifies, capturing the picture of the pot. It is called ghatakara vritti, a modification corresponding to ghata, a pot. That is when I know the pot. Such modifications of mind which enable us to know various objects are known as chetana. And dhritihi. Dhritihi is fortitude. Fortitude is the effort to hold the body straight despite the nature tending to make it fall down. There is some mental effort required to hold our body straight when the gravitational force tries to make the body fall down. Likewise, if we have to continue our regular functions, some kind of mental effort is needed. Some kind of mental effort against the natural tendencies. It is called dhriti. And so dhriti is also a vritti in the mind. And sanghataha. Sanghataha literally means assemblage. In this context, it refers to sthula sharira, the physical body. Physical body is an assemblage of various organs like brain. Even brain is a part of our sthula sharira. Mind is different from brain. Do not confuse mind with the brain. Mind is a part of our sukshma sharira. We cannot see our mind, and we cannot see anybody's mind also. Even the surgeon cannot see. If a surgeon or a doctor, if he operates on our head, he can only see brain, he cannot see mind, because mind is a part of sukshma sharira. We can feel the thoughts of our mind, but mind does not become an object of our visual perception. So brain is a part of the sanghata. Brain, hand, all the tissues, etc., teeth, kidney, all form sanghata. That is why Kshetra includes Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira as well as Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is mentioned by the word Avyaktam. Sanghataha refers to Sthula Sharira. All the rest, they belong to Sukshma Sharira. We can notice that a greater emphasis is laid on Sukshma Sharira, because in the process of Jnana, Sukshma Sharira plays a very important role. All the process is happening in the Sukshma Sharira. Even the preparation to knowledge happens in the Sukshma Sharira. And also the Jnana, knowledge also takes place in the Sukshma Sharira. Even when you are hearing, what is active? Sukshma Sharira has to be active. Only then it is called active listening. Etat kshetram. This is kshetra. This much is kshetra. And there is an adjective to kshetra. Savikaram. Kshetram savikaram. Kshetra has vikara. It is subject to modification. Various modifications are visible in the kshetra. And this is one of the distinguishing features of the kshetra. Kshetra is savikara, whereas kshetrajna is nirvikaraha. There is no modification in kshetrajna. Samasena udahritam. Kshetra is stated samasena, in brief. So many other details are possible, but Krishna decides to sum up kshetra in 2 shlokas. Now, from 7th shloka onwards, Bhagavan is going to enumerate jnana sadhanas. Jnana sadhana are certain qualities that one should cultivate if he has to receive Atmajnana. As we often say, to receive Brahmajnana, one should have preparation. One's personality should be prepared for Brahmajnana. What constitutes this preparation? Certain qualities, certain desirable qualities determine the preparation of an individual. If a seeker has these qualities, he is prepared, and only then he can receive the Brahmajnana. Otherwise, Brahmajnana does not stay. Brahmajnana does not work even after listening for 20 years. One may not see any purpose. One may not see any prayojana. Many people say that I have been listening to Vedanta for 20 years, 30 years, but I don't see any result. No much result. Why does it happen? Because of lacking in preparation, lacking in readiness. And what are required? What are the qualities that form readiness? That are the yardsticks of readiness. It is being enumerated in these shlokas, starting from 7 up to 11, 7 to 11. In 4 shlokas, Bhagavan enumerates certain qualities. And a seeker of moksha, a mumukshu, should cultivate these qualities with effort. Therefore, it would be a good idea to remember these shlokas and remember these qualities so that one can do introspection. One should constantly do introspection. Whether I have these qualities or not, one should ask oneself. Only then one can improve upon these qualities. Therefore, remembering this list, the list of 20 qualities, will be a great help in introspection. Let's read Shloka 7. Amanitvamadambhitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaucham स्थैर्यमात्म विनिग्रहः. Okay, we will discuss in the next session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.